It is Sunday night, and you know what that means. Apologies, I haven't said hello before then. It's the Sunday Night League, and it must mean that we have glitching with GTE. It is one of those things that seems to happen with Gran Turismo, and as a result, we are trying to just reset the lobby, get everything going, and then we'll be underway. Qualifying is due at 8 o'clock, and we will be going with qualifying for that time. So we're hoping... Oh! I have been meaning to send a message to you, Cinemod. How are things? How has the racing been? He's in the chat saying it wouldn't be SNL without some glitching. No, it wouldn't. So we're going to have a go, see how it all looks. Hopefully everything will work. Although he is in the wall though, so that's not a good start. He is one of the cars that was glitching last time. So we'll see how it's looking. He's looking a lot more stable than he was before. So here we are at the Circuit de Catalunya for round number 3 of the GTE Championship. If you haven't joined us for the first 2 rounds, please go back, watch, and see the amazing results we've had. And the drama of the last round was something we haven't seen before in SNL. The Championship shows a familiar face at the top of it though, and at the top in his Raven Senna Lamborghini, ran by the current champion Victory Reign, is Matt Psycho. He has 47 points in the lead of this championship. Second is Ajax in the Salt Rock Hyundai. He has 45 points. Bunnies has got third with 38 points. Aloe in his orange Aston Martin OC is in 4th place with 28 points. In 5th place is Slender Fella in his racing, Jackie Racing by Pizza Pizza car. That is Gasman's team. In 6th place is Ragemus Prime, the teammate of Aloe in the orange Aston Martin OC team. In 7th place is JJ Trim, who might not be able to race this evening. He is in the team Shadow Realm, Chris Boo's team, and we have got a cluster of those drivers. The trio are closely followed because also on 24 points is Specmere. Now, if you've watched last week, you will know the heartbreak that Specmere suffered. He absolutely dominated that race at Sardinia and had suffered a disconnect with 1.5 laps to go, leading the race by about 10 seconds. But a disconnect meant he finished in 13th, or was classified in 13th place. 9th place in the championship, along with Specmere, is Rob on drums on 24 points too. The Punisher, unfortunately, is unable to join us this evening, so 2 potential drivers not joining us this evening. We've got 12 currently entered. Kaiser Grim is in 11th in his Salt Rock Hyundai with 12 points. In 12th place is Blood Raven with 11 points, his first ever SNL appearances. 13th is Full Shark with 8 points. Craig Obi is in 14th with 7 points. And Yokas is in 15th with 5 points. So, have we got Bunnies in the lobby? He is just away from his PlayStation, just waiting for Bunnies, and then we'll get the qualifying going. He's just away from his PlayStation. There we go. Now, okay. So, exceptional circumstances this evening. Mama Sykes is in the chat. She's saying, good evening. I need to get the screen up, actually, that tells me what everyone's saying, because I saw as well. There we go. A message also for some Cinemod. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jam. It's Sunday evening. It must be SNL. Indeed, it must. And Dom Cinemod has said his final race of the season for me in 2 weeks for karting. Come Christmas, I'll potentially start to shake off the GT7 rust. That's like I'm just saying, is it any better? With the lag. So we will see. Okay, Bunnies is saying he'll be back at his PlayStation in about a minute. So we're just waiting for him to enter the lobby. We had scheduled for an 8 o'clock start, but because of the lobby issues, we're just delaying it slightly, but the new qualifying format this season as well is in play. So we have a 20-minute session. The first 5 minutes are for the drivers. Lower down in the championship, the bottom 5 in the championship, as we see. Ajax currently second. He'll have 10 minutes at the end of the session to set his lap time. After 5 minutes, the next 5 in the championship then join us on track. And then finally, everyone is out for the final 10 minutes of the session. Fastest driver goes on to pole. I think there's still a little bit of lag happening with what we can see. Aloe currently fastest driver out there. In terms of tyres, everyone is using the medium and hards, apart from the Jaguar Racing by Pizza team. They are using mediums only. They've got 2 sets of mediums set out. So we're just getting everything ready. The lag issues have been causing issues. So we'll get everything sorted and ready. I think everyone is ready. Let's go for qualifying then. Let's get it sorted and going. Okay. Is he entered? Right, let's go then. Let's get qualifying underway. Then, with everything, hopefully it's set everything in play. Oh, it said I've entered. Of course, I am not in. I'm not the host. There we go. So confusing with everything else going on. Right, there we go. We'll have the session then. Oh, this is not hopeful. What's this showing? I don't like this. There we go. Right, let's see who goes out on track first then. So it should be Yokas, Craig OB, Poolshark, Blood Raven, and Kaiser Grim. So Kaiser Grim is going to be our host, our chauffeur around the Circuit de Catalunya. So Kaiser Grim leading through, so going through the very long turn 3. So Kaiser Grim is going through turn number 4, the long right-hander. And then we've got a slight dip down the hill to turn 5, a possible overtaking spot maybe if you're feeling brave on the inside. We then have turn 6. Apologies for that, I'm just dealing with something else. There we go, so turn 13, and then you'll see we don't go towards the chicane at the end of the lap, we continue through to turn 14. So Kaiser Grim is going to be the first driver to set a time as well, so long as he stays on track there. His Blood Raven in the Jaguar running wide of the exit of 14. Craig OB in 4th currently as well, some lag issues as well still going on. Transmission Motorsport in the chat saying, Poolshark P6, go my guy. He's currently setting a qualifying lap, or will be, so hopefully he'll get onto pole position. These first 5 minutes, these 5 drivers are the only drivers out on the circuit. As they set their times, they get used to the circuit once more. So Kaiser Grim currently the first driver on circuit, going down that hill into turn 5, making sure not to brake too late and kick into the gravel on the exit. It's left a lot of room on that exit right there, so possibly more time to be had. Blood Raven running a little bit further out, using more of the curb on the exit as he sets his time in that pizza car. The Raven Senna Lamborghini is run by Craig OB. He was setting good times in practice with Yokas there in 5th, also in the Salt Rock Hyundai. His teammate though, Kaiser Grim, is there in 2nd place. He's coming towards the end of his lap as we go through the very long turn 12. It's because of these long turns this circuit is hard on tyres. Nobody using soft tyres for this round at all. They're all going mediums and hards. So a couple of mediums being used by Jaguar Racing by Pizza, and then we've got hards. So Kaiser sets his lap. He sets the gauntlet down. It's going to be beaten by Blood Raven, only just. Craig OB though goes into 1st place, 1.5 seconds quicker than Blood Raven. Yokas goes up into 3rd place. And Poolshark coming round the final corner to set his time. Will he join his teammate, currently fastest on the circuit? Yes, he does. It says he's in 2nd for some reason, but he is fastest driver right now, 1:43.9 for him. He is 4.5 tenths up on his teammate Craig OB, with Yokas in 3rd, Blood Raven in 4th, and Kaiser Grim is in 5th place. Transmission Motorsport is saying yes to Poolshark, going fastest of this session so far. He puts it on provisional pole with a 43.995. He's going 5 thousandths of a second faster. Craig OB is in 2nd place as it stands. We're going to have other drivers joining us though in the next 10 seconds. We will see Rob on drums, Specmere and Ragemus Prime. So unfortunately JJ Trim unable to join us this evening. Neither is the Punisher. Transmission is talking in the chat saying that Pool Shark is representing TXM, baby. So very pleased driver is Pool Shark. He's going 0.4 of a second quicker than he has gone before. Let's have a look further up the field. Kaisergrim's been off this lap. So Rob on drums is out on circuit in his Team Shadow Realm car. Specmere also out in his Team Shadow Realm car. That is Chris Boo's team. He's had plenty of success as a team boss in GTE. Pool Shark goes fastest this time with a 1:43.5. So he heads Yokas by 7/10. Craig OB is third. Bloodraven is in fifth. And Kaisergrim is in sixth. So Pool Shark is setting faster times lap by lap. 0.4 of a second this time. So Yokas in third, Craig OB in fourth, and Bloodraven fifth. Kaisergrim, sorry, in fifth place, Bloodraven in fourth. So Kaiser not having the best of times around the Circuit de Catalunya. As we see the drivers that have come out at the 5-minute mark, coming to the end of their outlap. Rob on drums will be the first one to set a time. He will be looking to put himself further in the field. As we look sort of in the S's section towards the end of the lap, Craig OB, he's got Bloodraven right ahead of him. He's caught him up a bit. He's got a little bit of traffic going through the last couple of corners. Possible distraction as well. We see Bloodraven running a bit wide. So Craig OB, Kaisergrim goes up into third place, but Craig OB puts himself into second. That is great for Victory Rain, who sees his drivers go first and second in the session. Yokas puts himself up into third place with Kaisergrim in fifth, and Bloodraven is now in fifth with Kaisergrim in fourth. It's very confusing because for some reason it says Ajax is in third. He's not been out on circuit as of yet. So Craig OB, he's tucked up behind Bloodraven, so stuck a little bit behind the slower Jaguar right now. With Jaguar currently in fifth, Craig OB is in second, but no overtaking in qualifying. You have to time it well. Pick your opportunity. Get out on circuit. Craig OB, half a second up on his best. Sorry, Pool Shark, half a second up on his best time. He has got those medium tyres up to temperature. That is another thing. The driver's coming towards the end of the lap. Transmission Motorsport saying really gotta love PD's glitching. Well, love is not the term I would use at all. It causes so many issues here at SNL. But we've managed to get a qualifying session underway. So Rob on drums is second off, the fastest lap set by Pool Shark right now. Specmere, what does he do? He's a second off still. Ragimus, he's a second off too. It's very close though. So 1 second is the gap. Oh, Pool Shark coming out of turn number 11. It looked like he was sideways there. He was really high up on his previous best time. Will he improve this lap? Touching a bit of gravel. He does improve, but not as high as maybe he was hoping. But he puts 4/10 between him and his teammate Craig OB. Yokas there in fourth place in the Hyundai. Kaiser is in here. Transmission Motorsport says, I feel you, TXM. We've had everything that can go wrong. That has gone wrong. Yes. Well, a lot of engagement about F124 not being a very good game, I've seen. And compared to GT Sport, GT7, despite its prettiness, there's been a lot of issues with it. There's a lot of things we can't do that we used to be able to do in GT Sport as well, so that's very annoying as well. Pool Shark, though, currently the fastest man on circuit. He's coming down to the second sector now. What is his lap time? At the 3/10 down on his best. Rob on drums does not improve his time. What does Speckmere do? Speckmere puts himself up into second, 2/1000ths of a second behind Pool Shark. We saw last time out at Sardinia, the gaps between the drivers in qualifying were literally thousandths of a second. Ragemus goes into fourth place as Craig OB is in third. Now we've got everybody on circuit now. Matt Psycho, the championship leader, is out there as well. Bunny's in his Jaguar Racing by Pizza is there. Ajax in 11th. Lowy is there in 12th. And Slenderfella coming out too. Thank you everyone that's watching us here on SNL. Like, share and subscribe to us. If you haven't done so already, we are here every Sunday night. Pool Shark in the pits having a bit of a rest, I think. Deciding, I think I've done enough here. Transmission Motorsport saying they should make an upgrade to GTS. Making the wheel has disappointed a lot of the fans. It has. Also, it feels like we've missed a step. Craig OB is very close to his teammate there. 300ths of a second off the pole position by Pool Shark. DTR Cars is saying hi. Hello, DTR Cars. Welcome to SNL. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We seem to have a lot of new viewers coming into the chat. Great to see you. We are here every Sunday night at the SNL Sunday Night League. Rob on drums improves his time to go into 5th. Speckmere, though, puts himself onto pole position with a 42.741 in his Supra. So currently, pole position for the man who absolutely dominated the last round. Matt Psycho is on his fast lap now, as is Bunnies, as is Ajax, as is Aloe and Slenderfella. Victory Rain in the chat saying good effort so far by Pool Shark. Quickly, then back out there for another run. Quick break and then out there again. Transmission Motorsport saying, hey Ian, that must be to TDR Cars. Maybe they're having a little chat amongst themselves. Mama Sykes is also in the chat. Hello, Mama Sykes. TDR Cars says, hi Tasha. There we go, they're having a little chat between themselves. Welcome to SNL, both of you. Hope you are enjoying what you're seeing. So Speckmere currently there in pole position. Matt Psycho coming towards the end of his lap. Championship leader. What does he do as his first marker? He puts it up into second place. Already on the pace. Bunny's having a slide in his Jaguar Racing Pizza. He's followed by Bloodraven. Ajax puts himself into 10th place as Aloe moves up. So Bunnies, where does he go? Slenderfellow is moving up as well. Bunnies is down in 13th place. So Speckmere coming to the end of his qualifying lap. What does he do? Lap number 5 becomes not an improvement. Matt Psycho currently second but fastest so far. Pool Shark third. Craig OB fourth. 3. Raven Senna. The Lamborghini's in the top 4. What an effort by the champions team. There's Ragemus in the pit. We saw Pool Shark leaving the pits. Lowy is in 6th place with Rob on drums having a quick pit stop in his Supra. Yokas is 8th. Slenderfella 9th. Kaiser Grim is 10th. 11th is Ajax. 12th is Bloodraven. And Bunnies is in 13th. There we go. We've got some very nice things being said in the chat. We've got Transmission Motorsport saying, you do a great job on comms, Mr. Announcer. Thank you very much. I like the formality there as well. So Speckmere there in first place. graphics going on in the chat. Looking at the qualifying session, though, we've got 5 minutes to go. Yokas puts himself up into 7th. Endurance Nut is back with us as well. Thank you very much. It's been a while. Back in the chat. Great to hear Jam's voice. Thank you very much. As Matt Psycho puts himself onto pole position in the Raven Senna Lamborghini. Ajax puts himself into 3rd, Aloe into 4th. So these top drivers in the championship deciding, right, now is the time to put ourselves further up the grid. Slenderfella puts himself up into 8th place. Yokas is in 9th now. Bunnies does not improve very highly. Goes into 10th though in his Jaguar. So Pulshark still in 5th, although he's just come out onto the circuit. He's gone into the gravel as he does so. Mama Sykes saying, go Matt. Transmission Motorsport, yes, you can put throw you into your links if you like. You can put our channel there if you wish. Hopefully you've got millions and millions of followers and we can get some money. Transmission Motorsport saying, no, go Josh. Full Shark there in 5th place. Fortunately it was an outlap, I think, so no damage done, but Matt Seidel currently on pole, going quickest in this lap as well. Who is crossing the line as I speak? Just having a look. Blood Raven there in 13th place, so 2 seconds separating the whole field. It's very tight. It was Kaiser Grim not improving his time, actually. He's 2nd down on his previous best lap. So Matt Psycho coming out of the final corner. Man currently on pole position. Can he make it? Pole position number 1 for the season. He does improve his time. Does Specmere have a response? Or can... No, Ajax pops into the pits. He's deciding a new set of medium boots is his order of the day. Aloe nearly jumps him though. 9 thousandths of a second. Between them, Slenderfella puts himself up into 7th place now. In the Jaguar, Blood Raven improves his time. Does he put himself further up? He does indeed put himself up into 7th now. So the Jaguar moving into 7th place. Top Jaguar runner right now is in fact Blood Raven, because he's ahead of Slenderfella and he's ahead of Bunnies. Bunny's not quite on the pace he would like right now. Yokas 11th. Rob on drums is in 12th. We saw him do a pit stop. This is the end of his first lap on this fresh set of medium tyres. Can he improve the time? Crosses the line, not quite. 2nd off the pace he went before. Kaiser Grim currently down in 13th place. But does he improve his qualifying lap? It's looking good, but not quite. So it's 1.8 seconds covering the top of from the bottom. Matt Psycho currently in 1st, but he runs wide through turn number 11 on the exit. Specmere is in the pits. I think he's done his qualifying laps now. Psycho running wide again, holding on to that Lamborghini. We might see a few mistakes in this race based on some of these drivers' qualifying laps. They're running wide. We've got 42 laps of the Circuit de Catalunya, and it is going to be a tough race of endurance. So Aloe doesn't improve his time. Ajax is on an outlap. Slenderfella improves, but he only stays in 7th place right now. So it's all to play for. Ajax coming to the end of his lap, so it's Pulshark we will look at now, currently in 5th, looking for his best qualifying result in GTE. So Pulshark 5th place right now. Can he improve? Oh, Aloe's left the room. Why is that? That's connection issues. Pulshark puts himself up into 3rd place. What a move up the field he puts himself. So Ajax in 4th. He has to improve. He is going quicker than he has been before. Hopefully Aloe manages to get himself back into the room. Transmission Motorsport saying, yes, go Josh. Regimus Prime in 8th place. The orange Aston Martin currently in 8th. He's in the top 10 as it stands. It's looking to improve though. They're all going faster than they have gone before, it would seem. Let's have a look. Yokas crosses the line. He will start in 11th place. I think Bunny's not having the best of times of it at all, sliding that Jaguar. It's currently 9th, but I suspect that will be 10th when Aloe comes back into the room. So it's going to be Bunny's crossing the line. He's off the pace though. So we'll see. Ajax. Bunny's note does improve his time, but not his position. Goes into 9th place. Ajax currently in 4th. The Hyundai driver through the final corner. There's the checkered flag to say the session has ended. He improves, but not enough to dethrone Poolshark, who will start in an impressive 3rd place here this evening. Ajax is 4th. Anybody finishing their lap behind? Somebody is. Regimus Prime is. He's on his final lap. Can he improve his position? Currently 8th. With time in the pocket, he puts himself up into 5th. A fantastic end to the session for Regimus Prime. He puts himself into 5th place for the Aston Martin. The top of this field is covered very tightly. The whole field is covered by 1.8 seconds, but it's Matt Psycho, the championship leader, in pole position right now. Speckmere in 2nd, and Poolshark nearly made it. Raven, Senna, front row with 3rd. Transmission Motorsport saying great work, Rageman. So Ragemus there in 5th, putting himself up the field. I wonder how many people are watching right now, how many have liked, how many have shared, how many have subscribed to the channel as well. Coming to the end of the session though, star of the show, possibly Poolshark, with his best ever qualifying position in SNL, 3rd place around the Circuit de Catalunya. He will be following his teammate into turn 1. Hopefully we get Aloe back into the room. We'll just see what happens. That is your qualifying result. Hopefully, as I say, Aloe will get in. So everything's feeling a bit weird, supposedly. Aloe is saying his screen is showing him in 4th. Okay, that is weird, Aloe. So I'm going to ask Aloe to re-enter because he's not online. Okay, so Matt Psycho on pole position. 2nd is Speckmere. 3rd is Poolshark. Now Aloe is claiming he's in 4th place, which if he is, the gap between 3rd, 4th and 5th is going to be incredibly tight. Okay. Ajax is in 4th. Ragemus in 5th. Craig OB is in 6th. 7th is Slenderfella. 8th is Bloodraven. Bunnies is 9th. Yokas 10th. Rob on drums is 12th. And Aloe 43-1 it says. So 43-1 161. Oh, he's just pipped. Aloe has just pipped Regimus by thousandths. 4/1000ths of a second covering them. It's absolutely crazy. So I think if we can get Aloe back in. glitch is bad tonight. So, just bear with us a second. We're just trying to sort out everything that's going wrong this evening. Okay, there we go. So, thank you everyone that's watching. Thank you for your patience as well. They're still qualifying. It's one of those nights I cannot trust what's going on. Thank you for your patience. This is GTE. This is GT7. This is everything that is wrong with the game. Being shown this evening. We will get there. So hopefully, there we go. Looks like it's just changing the room again. Transmission Motorsport saying this is standard GT7 shenanigans, lol. It is, and I've got to the point where it's not funny anymore, to be honest. It's a game that's been out for 2.5 years, and we're still pretending that it's a week old. It really is not good enough, and yeah. I think Aloe is 4th. Let's go back in the chat. See what happened. So Aloe is in 5th place, yes. Right. There we go. Let's hope. Get the grid set. There we go. Hopefully we have everything ready. Some drivers are off out on circuit. So hopefully the grid will be ready. As I then get a sign that my PlayStation is too hot. Which is always a good sign. It is one of those evenings, everybody. Everything that can go wrong this evening is going wrong by the sound of it. We probably will have some disconnections happening this evening too. But who knows? Who knows? So just waiting for everything to be finalised. So here's our grid. Matt Psycho on pole, Specmere 2nd, Pool Shark 3rd, Ajax 4th, Aloe 5th, Ragemus in 6th, Craig OB 7th, 8th is Slenderfella, 9th is Bloodraven, 10th is Bunnies, Yokas 11th, Rob on drums 12th, and Kaiser Grim in 13th. So there we go. Transmission Motorsport is saying, welcome to Murphy's stream. Okay, thank you very much, Transmission Motorsport. Just hope everything works okay. We do screenshot results. Yes, we do. Okay. Some things going on track. Certainly joke about Murphy's Law. Okay, I don't understand it. Transmission Motorsport, apologies. There we are. So, here we are. The race is about to begin. 42 laps here at the Circuit de Catalunya. Matt Psycho on pole. He's alongside Specmere. Pool Shark 3rd. 4th Ajax. 5th is Aloe. 6th is Ragemus. 7th is Craig OB. And 8th is Slenderfella. We've got 1 light, thankfully. 2, 3, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are go here at the Circuit de Catalunya. And it's a good start for Matt Psycho. He looks like he's pulled away nicely. Pool Shark puts himself up into 2nd as well, ahead of Specmere in that 3rd place Supra. So Pool Shark following Matt Psycho through to turn number 1. Pool Shark breaking a little bit early, but he's got Specmere up his inside, but on the outside now for the second part of the corner. Pool Shark puts himself up into 2nd, but Specmere still there. They're side by side going through turn number 3, but Pool Shark holding the position, but Specmere still there, not able to leave this battle for 2nd place as they go down into the braking area for turn number 4, and it is, Specmere, Pool Shark running wide a little bit. Slenderfella in 4th place, he's had a good start. Ajax in 5th, Aloe 6th, Bunnies in 7th, Kaiser Grim, awesome start for him, 8th place, Yarkas 9th, 10th Craig OB, 11th is Bloodraven, Ragemus 12th, and Rob on drums is 13th. Matt Psycho, though, leading by 1.2 seconds ahead of Specmere in the Supra. A great start from those three. The top three staying the same, but it's Slenderfella now up into 4th place as he has a massive slide. The racing Jaguar goes off the circuit. He drops down to 6th. He'll probably lose out to Kaiser Grim as well. Down to 7th place goes that Jaguar, but he dives up the inside once more as we see him running very deep though, and he loses all the positions once more. He's down to 8th place. As behind him, Craig Obi and Ragemus having a fight. We're on board with the Aston Martin. Craig Obi on the outside, getting past Slenderfella. So Slenderfella having a few corners to forget at the end of lap number 1. Into the pits goes Ragemus because he's on the soft tyres. He wasn't meant to use them, so he's pitting as soon as he can. Matt Psycho then is in 1st place, leading the field by 2 seconds ahead of Paul Sharp. Bunnies is up to 4th place, getting past Aloe. We're not getting very good angles as it stands. Kaiser Grim is in 6th with Yokas 7th. 8th is Craig O.B. 9th is Slenderfell. 10th is Bloodraven. 11th is Rob on drums, and 12th place is Ajax. He's had an awful start, but it's not as awful as the one Ragemus has had. He had soft tyres on at the start of the race. He's had to change onto the mediums. He will not get a penalty for that. Meant to use mediums and hards, the Aston Martins. Matt Psycho leading the field though, 1.7 seconds ahead of Specmere. With Mama Sight saying, go for it, Matt. He is absolutely flying, but he's got Specmere in 2nd. Specmere with a point to prove this evening. Poolshark is in 3rd place. He's holding that position, the American. He's never ran as high as this on the opening few laps of an SNL race. Bunny's in 4th place. 5th is Aloe. 6th is Yokas having a good start as well. These two Hyundais driving 6th and 7th. With Craig O.B. 8th. Bloodraven 9th, just ahead of his teammate, who had that awful end to the first lap. Slenderfella picking up the pieces with Rob on drums 11th and Ajax 12th. 20 seconds now ahead of Ragemus, who had to make that stop. But it's Matt Psycho leading the race, leading the field, the championship leader, in a familiar position. Transmission Motorsport saying maybe some forgiveness given the lobby reset. It's up to the drivers to sort their tyres out. He did pit though, so he won't get any penalties for it. He did make the pit stop at the end of the first lap of discovering it. So Specmere in 2nd. Paul Shark is 3rd. Bunny's 4th. Lots of things going on though. It's one of those evenings where anything could really happen. Although you're having a bit of a slide there, trying to defend with Yokas. They're having lots of glitching though as they go along. Kaiser Grim is in 7th, with Craig O.B. feeling the pressure of Slenderfella in 9th place. So Slenderfella 9th, but having the slides, a lot of drivers saying this circuit really changes with the wind direction. You cannot relax at any point around here. It's causing all sorts of moves. Craig O.B. having a massive dive into the chicane, into the hairpin, and he manages to hold the position. Kaiser Grim trying to go around the outside of turn 11. And does he hold it? Not quite. Kaiser Grim is under pressure though from Slenderfella through 13. Slenderfella is in the perfect position now to get the slipstream from the Hyundai ahead of him. What does he do? Can he hold the position and get the slipstream? It's not quite working for him, as Kaiser Grim is looking. Slenderfella looks a little bit into turn 1, nothing doing there though. These three drivers push for that 7th place. Matt Psycho set the fastest lap on the last lap on 1:42.3. 5-1 with Specmere in 2nd and Paul Shark 3rd. Bunnies is in 4th place right now, with Aloe having all the attention of Yokas. go on board with these two. Yokas currently in 6th place, looking at 5th though. This is the highest he's ran in a long time as well, in the early stages of an SNL race. Craig O.B. as we see Kaiser Grim having a massive battle with Slenderfella. Great fighting between these Jaguars as well. Bloodraven having a look. Oh, he makes the move. Transmission Motorsport saying good luck all. There's yellow flags as that is Yokas. Yokas has had an incident. He drops down to 11th place from 6th. He's lost 5 places. Rob on Drums overtakes him into the hairpin. At the front of the field, Matt Psycho leading by 2.7 seconds from Speckmere, who sets his a 42.7, but a 42.3 for Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho setting the fastest lap of the race. Pool Shark holding 3rd place. He's got Bunnies in 4th, with a Lowy, Craig O.B. and Slenderfella going into turn 1. Makes the move stick. Nicely done by Slenderfella, putting the Jaguar up into 6th place. Craig O.B. in 7th. Bloodraven is 8th, with Kaiser Grim in 9th place. Hyundai looking at the cars ahead. Everybody tightly packed though. And this section of the race circuit. 5th down to 13th seemed to be incredibly close. In fact, 15-2 and 21. So 6 seconds covers 5th to 12th right now on the circuit. Ragemus is running well as well. He's 20 seconds down though after his early stop. Slight error with his tyres. Matt Psycho there in 1st place though, leading the field. He's got Speckmere keeping the pressure on him. Bull Shark pulling away from Bunnies as well. So Bunnies dropping back a little bit behind Bull Shark. Kaiser Grim is having a fight on his hand. He's got Bloodraven keeping the pressure on him. Let's go on board with the Canadian. Pressure on the Swedish driver, but Bloodraven has to be careful because he's got a very hungry American behind him. He's got all the momentum. Coming out of turn 14, it looks like Rob on Drums will have a very strong go at Bloodraven as they cross the line side by side. And Rob on Drums puts himself up into 9th place. Drop off a little bit behind, but not too far. Slenderfella and Aloe are having a great battle too. Go on board with the Aston. I think Slenderfella had a move into turn 1. Yes, he did. On this lap to put himself up into 5th. He's just gone purple in sector 1 as well. As he now tries to chase down his teammate, who's already 9 seconds up the road from these battling cars. Front of the field, Matt Psycho. 42.2 for him, 42.5. So Speckmere is keeping the pressure on. Tyre situations look pretty good as well. A little bit more fuel taken out by Speckmere though, in terms of his fuel tank. Pool Shark in 3rd place, running very highly in this Lamborghini. He's got Bunnies behind him, but Bunnies is dropping back. Got half the tank, so he's got less fuel than the Lamborghini. Slenderfella, he did a 43.5 on his lap. Bunnies did a 43.8, so Bunny's not the quickest Jaguar on the circuit right now either. As he drops further back behind the Lamborghini. So he's got the pressure of his teammate catching him in a weird way. Craig O.B. in 7th place. Have a look at the battle between Rob on Drums and Kaiser Grim. Rob on Drums, he made a move on the last lap and he got Bloodraven. He's now going into turn number 1. He puts himself up into 8th place with that Supra on board with Kaisergrim through turn 2 into turn 3. Craig O.B. next target for Rob on drums. So Rob on drums in 8th. All the pressure being put on by him to Craig O.B. Craig O.B. 7th place. .3 seconds now, the gap between him and Aloy. So these 4 cars sort of grouped together now. Hard tyres, in fact, for Craig O.B. So I think he's fighting incredibly well, considering those ahead of him are on the mediums. So in the background, we can see Kaisergrim getting all out of shape, putting on the pressure. He's on the hards as well, Kaisergrim. Here's Rob on drums. He's on mediums. Here's Rob on drums. So he's trying to use them as best he can. Bloodraven also on those medium tyres, of course. But Rob on drums under pressure now from Kaisergrim. They're swapping positions, these drivers. Kaisergrim puts himself up into the position. Does Rob on drums have a go into turn 1 after being overtaken? Not quite, not close enough. Kaisergrim though running a little bit deep because of the attack. Just have a quick flick to the front. Matt Psycho on the mediums. Everyone is on these medium tyres ahead. Aloy though on the hards too, so Aloy running hards. Craig O.B. is 7th. So hard runners are getting in the way of some of the medium runners. Ajax on the mediums too. Yokas falling back to 12th on the mediums. Ragimus, he's on mediums now. So Ragimus had to have that early stop at the beginning of the race after starting on the soft tyres. That's a pit. And lost out there. Let's have a look at the battle though. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. All in the same picture. Craig O.B. currently in 7th. This is his best race in GTE as well. Same for Kaisergrim in terms of battles. He has been high up early on in races though before. Rob on drums. Here we go again. What can the Supra do? Chris Boo will be watching this thinking, that's my driver. Come on, Rob. Rob on drums getting the momentum. He's already out of the slipstream. Can he pass? Going down the home straight. It says he's ahead. And yes, he is. He's ahead. Going into the braking zone. Both of the drivers go. Up into 8th goes Rob on drums. Can he now put the pressure on Craig O.B., who's run away slightly from those chasing? He's 1.6 seconds ahead of them now, as they occupy themselves with a fight between themselves. Slender fella catching up bunnies very nicely. 5.4 seconds is the gap between the two Jaguar Racing by Pizza drivers. Gasman watching this at home wondering, did we have team orders? I don't think we do. We just let our drivers race. And currently Bunny's in 4th place. He's dropping time to Poolshark, who's in 3rd place in that Lamborghini. Victory Rain watching his man, the American, in 3rd, having a great evening so far as it stands. Speckmere. Here's the meat in the sandwich with the Lamborghini bread bapped up and buttered. That Psycho 41.8 for him on the previous lap, on lap number 8. So really showing the Bulls pace. Bulls have pace, I suppose. The Bulls charge, we could say. He's in that Lamborghini. Speckmere with the bad dragon plastered on the side. So it's a bull versus a dragon at the front, with another bull and a bunnies trying to chase him down, but the bunny is falling back. 43.9 and 43.5. Bullshark, oh, he's sliding that Lamborghini though, definitely making himself work for it. Rob on drums then has stayed in 8th place for a while, although I say that, and Bloodraven has a chance. Victory Rain in the chat saying bulls on parade out here. Indeed, they're on the bull run in Spain. Hopefully there's no matador. We have got red cars though, they can flag them down. Here is one of them, Bloodraven in 9th. Try and put the pressure on one of the dragons though. Rob on drums feeling the pressure. In fact, to go on board with Bloodraven, but the Super manages to pull away at the top of the circuit. So Bloodraven has to wait. He's going half a second quicker than he has gone before. So having a good battle there with Rob on drums. At the front of the field, Matt Psycho leading by a quarter of a straight from Speckmere, who's got that gap as well. Same with Bunny. So these top 5 are spread out quite large. In fact, there's a lot of gaps happening. About 5-6 seconds between all the drivers. Then we have this battle 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th all together, with the Hyundai's 9th, 10th and 11th. Sorry, 10th, 11th and 12th in fact. It's Bloodraven. Kaiser Grim behind. It's Rob on drums, the quickest driver out of these though. Got about second on Craig OB, so he's got the perfect opportunity to go on board with the Supra once more. Not close enough though for a move into turn number 5. You have to be very close to the car ahead through there. Matt Psycho though leads the field by 6.5 seconds. Speckmere just suffering now with the left front. That is the one doing all the hard work on these long right-handers. It has to travel so far in comparison to the right front. Bullshark in 3rd place with Bunny's 4th. Gap stabilising slightly. In fact, Bunny's a little bit quicker that time round, but it's 15.6 seconds behind that Psycho. The Bunny's only has to run the medium tyres this evening. Slender Fellow. Fuel, not Slender Fellow's friend. He's going to burn out of it very quickly. He stays on this pace. 42 laps. The drivers will be aiming for 14 laps to try and do the 2-stopper. But it looks like Slenderfellow won't make it. The other drivers are managing their fuel. Kaiser Grim though, he might not make it either. Same with Yokas. Ajax has a lot more fuel than his teammates. Ragemus, he's using that time. He doesn't have to fuel save this stint. He can push hard because he's made that extra stop. Tops his fuel up, went for it. It is a question of how far he can get up the field. The frustration will be that he had 20 seconds, if not more, lost with that early stop. So Matt Psycho leading the field, 6.7 seconds ahead of Speckmere. He's just doing 42s, low 42s in fact. So he's quite happy at this pace. He'll have another couple of laps I would have thought, and then he'll be stopping. Another 42, mid 42 this time. What does Speckmere do in response? 43.0. Rob on drums, putting himself into 7th briefly, but he's just back into 8th. As Craig OB holds the outside line through the hairpin. So is where the racing's happening. See in the mirror. Objects may appear larger in your mirror as there's a car off ahead. Was it Slender? Yeah, Slender Fella hit the wall going into the pit lane. So Slender Fella hit the wall, caused a yellow flag. So Craig O.B. in 7th. He's still got the attention of Rob on drums, who might make a move into turn 1. Rob on drums puts himself up into 6th place now. Nicely done by the American. So he's used to being the top American in the field, but that currently is Poolshark in 3rd place. We have not had an American on the podium in GTE before. Rob on drums tried it last time out, could have had it if for a few bits and pieces. Poolshark right now 3rd place with 4.6 second gap to Bunnies. But it's a Lowy 5th. Rob on drums in 6th. 7th is Craig O.B. 8th is Blood Raven. 9th is Yokas. 10th place Ajax. Ajax having a lot more wear though. That left front is not happy. Speckmere into the pit, so he's a lap early with this strategy of going 14 laps. The other drivers looking quite happy. That Psycho's got a car behind him. That's Kaisergrim after his pit stop. Kaisergrim already has done his stop. That Psycho leading the field, 12 seconds up on Poolshark. Speckmere in the pits right now. So try and find him. There he goes, leading the pits on the hard tyres. So Speckmere going onto the hards and seeing what he can do, but he's come out possibly the worst point for him. He's got the very hard battling cars of Craig O.B. and Blood Raven ahead of him. You can see the purple Supra it's just popped behind the 14. There it is, popping back out of the 14 on the lap guide on the right hand side. But Blood Raven all focused on Craig O.B. That is where his race is. Will he decide, actually, I'll give Speckmere a chance? Possibly not. Ajax is still going on those mediums. They're not looking happy at all. Slender Fella in 10th now after his early stop. That's Psycho coming into the pits. The race leader is in. Poolshark is not pitting, so Poolshark is going to lead a lap here at Barcelona. The first time we've seen the American lead a race here in SNL, I believe. A Lowy in 4th, he'll be pitting. Rob on Jones will be too. Craig O.B. will be. Blood Raven might not be. So Blood Raven might put himself up into 2nd place. Rob on drums, in fact, says, no, Jam, you are wrong. I'm going to put myself 2nd on the road. We're going to have an American 1-2 here in Barcelona. As Matt Psycho still in the pits. It's such a slow stop here. Speckmere in 5th did not put much fuel in. He's gone for a very short stint on the hards. He's decided, I'm going for it. Going for it. Craig O.B. losing position to Blood Raven. So that means Speckmere then has a chance on the Lamborghini. Lamborghini, all sorts of jittering going on. That is so distracting for the driver fighting. Can Speckmere make it up the inside? Yes, he does. He puts his Supra up into 4th. He is the virtual race leader as it stands. But the race leader, in fact, on the road is Poolshark. As Matt Psycho comes out in 6th place. And there is Matt Psycho, 48 seconds behind Poolshark. I can't believe it, Poolshark's off round again. No, he's not. I thought he was. I got confused there. I thought he was going round once more. I thought that was impossible. He can't be doing that. Rob on drums in second place, just running wide out of the exit of the hairpin. He won't inherit the lead, neither will Bloodraven, but Speckmere will. Speckmere going all out attack in that Supra. Craig OB is in 5th with Matt Psycho 6th. Bunnies is in 7th. Slenderfella is 8th with Aloe 9th. Kaisergrim 10th. 11th is Ajax. 12th is Yarkas, he's got his indicator on, and Ragemus is in 13th. So it's all about damage limitation for him. Speckmere possibly with 1 lap to go then with his fuel. Matt Psycho 13.9 seconds behind. Matt Psycho did fully fuel, he did put the mediums on as well as everybody else is in the pits. There is Pool Shark. 4th is Rob on drums. Pool Shark leaves the pits clearly in 3rd place. Gap between him and Bunnies is dropping on the side, but Bunnies is still around about 6 seconds behind the American. There is Bunnies going into turn 1. Fresh set of mediums. It's hard for Pool Shark. So Pool Shark using those hard tyres now. I'm sure both the drivers are looking at this thinking, right, okay, medium time. Let's try and get this going. Rob on drums. He's ahead of Kaisergrim. Kaisergrim has managed to get ahead of Bloodraven, but not Rob on drums. But his tyres are warmer with Rob on drums. Can he get a move done going into turn 4? He is closing up on the Supra. But the Supra is not in the business of letting by a Hyundai. Speckmere comes into the pits then. The race leader is in. Matt Psycho will take the lead once more. Where will Speckmere feed out with Pool Shark? He'll probably be behind. Will he be behind Bunnies? Probably as well. And Slenderfella. Slenderfella on a slightly different strategy. Aloe there in 6th. Going to be close, I think. Speckmere there, he is getting his fuel now. So we've had a change of tyres back onto the mediums. Speckmere goes, so Matt Psycho leading the race. Pool Shark second. He's got Bunnies running behind him. Bunnies is on the medium and on lighter fuel too. So Aloe going past Speckmere. Now will Speckmere come out behind Rob on drums? Yes, he does. Speckmere is coming out in this battle. So Speckmere down into 10th place. He's got lots of cars ahead of him. He's got battling cars as well. So Speckmere's got the pace to overtake these drivers. One of them is the man second in the championship, Ajax, not having the night he needs. It's all going Matt Psycho's way, it would seem. As we see Kaisergrim going up the inside of Rob on drums. He made it through turn 4. What does Rob on drums do? Does he make a dive up the inside? No, he decides better of it. As he fights with the Swiss driver for now 6th place. Psycho 18th, 18 seconds between him and Pool Shark. Pool Shark though setting pretty good times, it would seem, on the hards. So 44.0, 43.6, so only 4 tenths of a second between Pool Shark and Bunny. So Pool Shark really driving well. Slenderfella keeping the pressure on his teammate as he crosses the line. 43.3. What does Aloe do in the Aston Martin? 43.9. Kaiser Grim is there in 6th. Now, Rob on drums could be in trouble from Bloodraven. Jaguar is tucked up, just set his best lap of the race of 43.7. It's not close enough into the braking zone of turn number 1. Although, Rob on drums runs a bit wide. And that gives the Jaguar Racing by Pizza a lot of chance, but it also gives a bit of a sniff to Ajax, who starts running wide though from turn 3. It's not happening for the Canadian tonight. Rob on drums, 7th place, running wide once more. He's feeling the pressure from Bloodraven. Nothing doing so far. So this battle, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. That's where our battle is this evening. But 10th place is Speckmere, who is in the fight for the race victory this evening. The longer he stays in this fight, lower down, he's off kilter, trying to gain positions as he gets a good run now on. Yes, he manages to get himself slightly up and to 9th place. He makes it by the hairpin. Up he goes into 9th then. Rob on drums stays in 7th, but he's got Bloodraven all over the back of him. It'll be interesting to see, does Rob on drums back Bloodraven into Speckmere? Do these Supras use their possibilities to get further ahead? I forgot to do, all the glitching and everything, I forgot to do the team championship. Rob on drums just deciding to defend slightly. Jaguar Racing by Pizza have 75 points, so Gazman's team ahead of Chris Boo's team by 2 points. 73 points for Team Shadow Realm, 72 points for Orange Aston Martin OC, and then it's a 10-point gap to Raven Senna Lamborghini and Salt Rock Hyundai with 62. So 13 points separating all the teams after 2 rounds. Obviously, it will open up a little bit, especially if it finishes like this, with the 2 Raven Senna Lamborghinis, 1st and 2nd, but Pool Shark is just starting to drop time to Bunnies. Bunnies did a 42.8 on his previous lap compared to a 45.2. So 2.4 seconds quicker than Pool Shark on the previous lap. But Pool Shark keeping his position. Speckmere puts himself up into 8th place still. Bloodraven's had an off, that is why. Bloodraven has had a slight off. He's hit the back of his car, which has meant an issue for him, dropping down the field to 10th. Speckmere up into 8th. So Slenderfellow, for some reason, going a very odd line down the pit straight. Not the fastest of lines, it didn't look like. So Bunny's in 3rd. Is this the race for 2nd place happening in front of us? I wonder if Matt Psycho's feeling better. He was ill with COVID last week. Would appear so the way he's driving this evening. Currently leading the race, not putting a foot wrong. Speckmere in 8th has got Rob on drums ahead of him. His teammate looks like he's going to let him by, possibly, into turn number 4. Not the best of opportunities to overtake, really. And not lose time, but we'll see. What does Rob on drums do? Does he lift off going out of the corner? No, he doesn't. So he's racing Speckmere. And Bunnies has put himself up into 2nd place. There's no mistake there. As we see Speckmere getting the move on his teammate. Moves himself up into 7th place now. Puts himself into clear air now for a little bit before he catches Kaiser Grim, which he probably will do in the next couple of laps. But Rob on drums is pushing his teammate along. Speckmere might think, well, you know what, you could have actually helped me there by bump drafting me rather than racing me. But there we go, there's no team orders happening, it would seem. in Chris Boo's team. Spectre starts to pull away from Rob on drums. Ajax is 9th, trying to hold on. Championship rival Matt Psycho leading the field. He's aiming to be the first driver to win 3 GTE titles. He won the first 2, but this is season number 9. He has not won a championship in GTE for over 2 years. So it's a long time for Matt Psycho in GTE. It's not happened for him. Bunny's in 2nd. He's never won a race in GTE. Currently 2nd place though. He's ahead of Poolshark, who, as I've said before, never had a podium here in SNL. Never had a podium, obviously, then in GTE. He's driving incredibly well here this evening. Slender Fella catching him though. But Slender Fella is on a slightly different strategy. He's only got a quarter of a tank of fuel left, so he's going a different route. He might have to do an extra stop for those around him. Aloe currently in 5th in the orange Aston Martin OC. Not seen much of him this evening. Sort of in a race of his own. Not quite with the top 5 earlier in the race. He is 5th though right now. Specmere catching him because Specmere is catching up with Kaisergrim. Kaiser currently 6th as he completes the half distance. Well, it's going to be a long race this evening. Hour 14 roughly we're looking at. Specmere makes his fastest lap of the race, a 42.1. Now he's in clear air. He can start pushing. The advantage as well, being lower down the field. Matt Psycho doesn't have a clue what Specmere is doing. Unless he's listening to the stream. That is Rob on drums in 8th place with Ajax in 9th. Ajax pushing on now, trying to get further up the field. He's trying to put the pressure on the American ahead of him. On board with the Hyundai. 13-second gap to Craig OB. The winner of race number 1 has not had the best of rounds here this evening. Just looking at the back of the Supra. This has been where the battles have been this evening. Happening right now for Ajax. Specmere is catching up with Kaiser. He was 1.2 seconds quicker than the Swiss driver ahead of him on the previous lap. The front left starting to cry enough for Kaiser. Front though, 42.7 for Matt Psycho. Quite happy. Look at the consistency. Past 4 laps, lap 19, 20, 21 and 22, all within the same 10th of a second. In fact, from lap 16 he's been pretty much 42 seconds. Decided to go a little bit quicker on that number 17 and 18 by a couple of tenths, but the consistency is there for Matt Psycho. So he's pushing hard at the front. Bunny's in 2nd place, 42.9 for him, so the consistency not quite in the same area. Bullshark is now into the 43s, so he's got the hards up to temperature it seems, and actually is lapping pretty well in comparison to Slenderfella. Slenderfella not closing the gap as much as he would have liked. He knows that Bullshark is on hards. He'll be thinking, I've got to get closer and closer. Pizza car. 4th. It will be the first one to make another stop though. Ideally you would like lap 28, but it's just simply not going to happen. It's going to have to splash and dash at the end of the race or do shorter stints. Split off his tyre gap. Matt Psycho there in first place. Fastest lap of the race as well, 41.8 for him. If we look at Speckmere, he has got Kaisergrim all under pressure. And by taking a bit too much curb into turn 2, that slows him on the exit. He runs wide through turn number 3. So that means that the Supra will have a very good run into turn 4. Kaisergrim deciding to defend it as much as he can. But we can see, just holding the position, but then Speckmere goes up the inside but runs deep into turn 5. He's trying to get past this Hyundai as best he can, but it's not quite happening on board with the Supra. Using the inside curb as much as he can, pushing hard. Top of the circuit. This is where the wind always catches out drivers. You hear it a lot in Formula 1. So the wind there can just ping you off into the gravel. It's not happening this lap for Speckmere. He'd be hoping that we're going into the chicane at the end of the lap. You can make a little cheeky move sometimes in the GT cars into there, but you've got the long sweepers. The end of the lap. Slenderfella is in, and Kaisergrim is in as well, so it's opened the door then for Speckmere. In comes Slenderfella in 5th place. He'll drop down now as drivers start to overtake him. Ajax moves up into 6th place now. It's a minute behind the race leader though. Psycho really having one of those nights. Rob on drums in 7th place. Drivers are starting to get lapped. Further down, Jokas will move himself up into 8th place. As Bloodraven 9th, Crago B 12. We lost a driver, have we? Yes, we have. Who have we lost? Paul Sharp. We've lost Ragemus. Ragemus is no longer in the race. Like Matt Psycho was flashing his lights. And down the straight, I don't know what's happening there. So Ragemus has left the room. Boone is in 2nd place. Shot 3rd. Keeping himself in that position. He's got a big gap to Aloe. Speckmere 5th, moving through the gears. See the lap, he was stuck behind Kaisergrim. He was 3 seconds, 2 and a bit seconds slower than he could have gone. Some big gaps here this evening. I'm not used to this actually in SNL. This is often a lot closer than it is this side. Victory Rain asking, has he left? I'm assuming that's for Ragemus. No, I don't think. Oh, there he has. He's left now. So I think he just retired from the session. So he must have pulled up. Pulled in. Decided, you know what, this race just a little bit long. Victory Reign saying, ha, right on cue. Yes, Mr. Hurd. So, although there's a bit of delay between this and the broadcast, messages popping up and all sorts. But it's currently second place then. So I think really the race this evening is for second. Matt Psycho leading this race by quite a margin now. Going back to season 2 figures, we'll be trying to do. Paul Shark third. Could make Matt Psycho the overwhelming favourite possibly for the championship. Halfway through it. It's who else wants to step up to the plate. Speckmere maybe looking to bring himself back into the podium contention. Maybe his championship hopes were over after that disconnect. Yokas into the pits for Hyundai. It's in the pit now. Where is he? Thunderfeather is going to pass him. No, they're not. He's not there yet. Grego B also running still, 10th place for him. In comes Yokas for his stop. So ahead of Kaiser Grim. Kaiser Grim will overtake his teammate. Kaiser Grim is on the hards. Once more. Victory Reign in the chat saying, I am not relaxing until Matt passes the checkered flag. Fully remember what happened last week. Yes. Of course, that is a possibility. Matt Psycho will know that too. Although he is the lobby host, so if he disconnects, then we lose everything. And then it gets complicated. There are, I think, rules somewhere written about that, possibly. I don't know, I can't remember. 75% of the distance I think needs to be covered for points to be handed out. Otherwise it might be a half-point job. So Bun is second place, and Paul Shark in third. Just got to keep it pointing the right way. 15 laps to go. As drivers start to run out of fuel. So 14 laps to go. So Lowy on schedule for his stop. So Matt Psycho in on schedule. He'll be going on to the hard tyres. So this is where Bunnies will be hoping he can make the difference then. His pace on the mediums hasn't been as strong as maybe he would have wanted. Catch Matt Psycho. He's got 30 seconds to gain in 14 laps. So it's a hard task. Paul Shark will go a bit further once more. So the lead once again. And there he goes into the lead of the race. The American takes over the lead. He's looking to make it onto the podium for the first time in his SNL career. Behind him, he's got Speckmere. Now, Speckmere is 19 seconds behind and will be stopping soon. As Matt Psycho comes out of the pits, and he'll see Speckmere ahead of him. He'll be thinking, what's Speckmere doing there? There might be a brief moment of panic, but then when he pops into the pits, he might relax once more. Ajax has got a few more laps to go on his mediums. Rob on drums will be pitting soon. Bunny's leaving the pits in his Jaguar. And how far ahead of Bloodraven is he? So quite a gap between the two. As Bunny's goes into turn 1. Mama Sykes in the chat saying foot to the floor, Matt. There he is in third place on the road. on the hards. That is what all the other drivers will be thinking. Speckmere will be stopping at the end of this lap. Does Poolshark stop, or is he going to go another lap? No, he's stopping this lap, so in he comes. It's his end of his lap. Speckmere will come in as well, as Matt Psycho will retake the lead. Ajax might pop into second place for a moment during this phase of the race. Oh, you're joking. You are actually joking. Speckmere has lost connection again. Well, that is just... I don't know why this is happening, to be honest, with this game. And it's starting to get to the point where, is this game even playable now? This is getting ridiculous. Disconnections are no fun for anyone. They need to sort GT7 out. I don't know. Genuinely just have no answers to any of this. It's just not good enough, and yet they develop these machines, they develop these games, they charge you an arm and a leg for the privilege to play them, and to be honest, it starts getting to the point of what is the point of this whole thing. Victory Rain in the chat saying, no, not again. Exactly. What are we meant to do? This is meant to be the escapism, and if you're having disconnects, if you're having games ruined by things that are out of your control, and running a league with things that are beyond control as well is just getting silly. It really is. Really stupid. Anyway, Ajax second with Bunnies in third. We had a brilliant race being created then, and it's just gone all to pot. There's a slender fellow in fourth. He's got the pressure of Poolshark behind him though. Bloodraven Victor Rain saying, seems like some weeks it's perfectly fine and others it's, well, like this. Well, exactly. There's been no update, there's been nothing going on, and yet we've got disconnects happening for some reason, we've got lag happening for some reason, we've got all sorts of things. Just, it's no fun when it's like that. It's no fun at all. As the sun starts to come out here in Spain, at the Circuit de Catalunya, Matt Saigo is leading the race, but it would have been interesting to see what the battle for second would have been like. Bunny's currently in third. So Slender Fella in fourth. Slender Fella has half a tank left. Poolshark is looking for that podium. He's on the medium tyres once more. He's pushing hard. What can he do? Can he get that podium? Rob on drums is on the hards now to finish the race. With Yokas in second on his mediums. Raven is on mediums as well. Grego B has got those mediums on once. As Ajax in the pits comes the driver, second in the championship. What can he do? Where can he finish this evening? Bunny's in second place. He's currently third in the championship. Slenderfella is in third. Pool Shark moves up into fourth. Got Lowy behind him. Though he hasn't been making much headway in the race. Ajax coming out of the pits. He's in sixth place. He will not be overtaken by Rob on drums, I wouldn't think. Although Rob on drums not too far away. 5.9 seconds behind. 5.5. Smart Psycho 27.5 seconds ahead of Bunnies. Having a very relaxed Sunday evening drive. It's the championship leader. Can anybody touch him this season? It's beginning to be the question. But all it takes is a disconnect and all of a sudden it's all back in the chat. Ah, Bailey's back! Good luck everyone, he's waving to us. Bailey, we miss you. Come back. We want to see you racing with us again. Slenderfella is here in third place. Hope you're well, Bailey, as well. Hope you're having fun as well. Some of us are, some of us aren't right now with the way that the game's developed and or not developed in many cases. But Pool Shark, as we look at him, is currently fourth, but that is not the story. He is potentially on his way to a podium, but I'm not going to guarantee it because all sorts could happen. We've seen it this evening. Disconnects, drivers just having so many issues with the race. Kelly saying, all good, thanks, I'll definitely race again. Come join us back, Bailey. We'll have you back in a heartbeat, I'm sure. Pool Shark currently in fourth. With Lowy fifth. So Lowy looking for another top 5 finish in GTE. 18 seconds ahead of Ajax. Ajax not having one of those evenings. Oh, that might be why. Just dipping his tyres into the grass and over the curb. Rob on drums, 7th place. He's going to overtake his teammates. Be the lead driver for Chris Boo. As it stands, Chris Boo will be thinking, well, you know what? Rob is a former champion. I wouldn't have expected that. Yokas in 8th. Slick safely in the top 10. Bloodraven is in 9th. What does that mean? That Psycho's lapped everybody up to 9th place. Yes, he has. This is his next driver on his target. There he is Bloodraven. And he has got just over 8 laps to do it. To go on board with him through the final couple of corners. You can see how much work the left frontal will do through here. He's on the hard tyres, so they're quite happy. They'll go around for a while on this circuit. Christian Little, hello, saying better view from the stands. It is a better view, but sometimes people like to look on board as well. There he is, going down into turn 1, with Bunnies in second place. Haven't got anybody battling. Ah! Hello, Specmere. Was it the PlayStation or what was it? It's honestly, I don't know what to say to you with all of these issues that are happening right now. Please, you can watch the race though with us, and it's great that you're supporting everyone as well. Better view from the stand. Oh, it's back here. I think you would have been on for a podium tonight. Paul Sharp would have been a little bit more sweaty than he is right now. He will be sweaty though, because he's trying to get it. He's 12.5 seconds ahead of Aloe. Now, Slender Fellow ahead of him. Here he is. He will be doing a little dash of fuel at the end. He's only got mediums to run. Will he change tyres? Probably. It's worth it. So Slender Fella pushing hard to try and put himself on the podium. Slender Fella hasn't had a podium, I don't think, in GTE either. So battle of the first podium finishers here in this race. Check the race leader. There he is at the front. So the 43.7 on his last lap. But he did a 44.5, so that's not going to help him catch up. In fact, he's lapping very similar lap times to Matt Psycho. In fact, Slender Fellow is catching him up. Whoa, Slender Fellow sliding through turn 2, the exit. Nicely done there by the Brit. Same but different. So Speckmere. Next week we have got round number 4, which is a complete blank. I know it's between 2 of them. Road Atlanta, which is the Punisher's choice of circuit. So, Road Atlanta next, then Blue Moon, and then finally Suzuka. So, Blue Moon follows Road Atlanta. Road Atlanta last season was an incredible circuit. It's the driver's choice by the looks of it, because Speed Hunter picked it for season number 8, and the Punisher has picked it for season number 9, so it's cropped up 2 seasons in a row. First time that's happened in GTE, that the same track has appeared 2 seasons in a row. Try to rotate the circuits as much as possible. Thank you everyone that's watching us live here on YouTube. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This race has really blown up again with disconnects and all sorts happening, glitching as well, all the usual GT7 mess basically. But Paul Shark, our story of the evening, currently in 3rd place. He's got 14 seconds to Aloe. In fact, he's pulling away from Aloe. Will he finish on the podium? We are all hoping so. We've all got our fingers crossed. The Slender Fella leaves the pits. Ajax will overtake him, I think. Bailey in the chat saying Matt in P1 as usual, lol. Here's Bailey, but that search for a championship still continues. He has not won one for so long. In fact, his last championship in SNL was the Porsche Cup Season 5, which is over 18 months ago, so it's a long time since he won anything in championship terms, but he is a race winner in most seasons that he competes. yellow flag is happening. Is that Jokas? It is Jokas. Jokas has gone off through turn 3 and he's losing the position to Bloodraven. So the Canadian moves up into 8th place. Has got lapped by Matt Psycho. So Matt Psycho's lapped everyone up to 8th now. Rob on drums in 7th. Don't think he'll get lapped. It is a big gap. 29 seconds between Matt Psycho and Bunnies. In fact, is Bunnies losing time to Pool Shark? He is. Will Pool Shark catch Bunnies? Bunnies is in the 144s quite consistently, whilst Pool Shark is in the 143s and the 42s. Pool Shark could be getting second place here this evening. It is not over yet here in SNL, and you know what always happens on the last lap here in SNL? We always have a fight on our hands towards the end of the races. And it does look like Pool Shark has got a chance of second place here this evening. Lowy in 4th place. He's sort of in no man's land. Quite a lot in no man's land this evening. Slenderfella, though, has got the attentions of Ajax. Ajax on the hards. Slenderfella on the mediums. He chose not to change his tyres. It's an interesting decision. That would have resulted in him falling behind Ajax, but he would have had fresh tyres. I wonder if that is the decision to run on those. They're not very warm in comparison though. One drum running in 7th, Bloodraven there in 8th, Trago B 9th, Kaisergrim is 10th, and in the pits is Jokas, who's going onto the hard tyre. So the brief run at the end. Victory Rain says this will be a last lap fight that doesn't include me for a change. And of course, Victory Rain, the master of overtakes on the final lap. Brilliant driver in SNL, who unfortunately couldn't make all the races this season, so was unable to do the whole season. So couldn't defend his championship. He's a team boss. We've seen Matt Psycho take victory last time out after overtake, well, the retirement on the penultimate lap by Speckmeyer. We saw him lose the lead with Ajax on the last lap in round number 1. So, push for the lead the final lap in round number 1. It's not going to happen this time around. 7 tenths of a second though, previous lap with Pool Shark and Bunnies. Bunnies has to still keep pushing because Pool Shark is there. Let's see, the lap time for Bunnies is going to be a 43.7, so he has increased his speed, but a 43.3 from Pool Shark. He's closing the gap. It might not be enough in the end, but who knows, it could be. Lowy is in 4th, just set his best lap of the race. Slenderfella in 5th, and Ajax in 6th. Oh, Ajax just having a snap. Those hard tyres, not happy. So Slenderfella just moving away from him. Slenderfella having one of those seasons, a quiet season, really, in terms of battles and talking points, but he's getting the consistency. He's getting in the top 5 quite often. It's 5th place here this evening. He's currently 5th in the championship. He's 2 points behind Aloe. So it's 4 as it stands. So he will catch up 2 points to Ajax. Ajax, the driver in the top 5 who will drop down to 3rd in the championship as it stands. So 2 laps to go for Matt Psycho. 28.5 seconds is the gap between him and Bunnies. Bunnies is 3.2 seconds ahead of Poolshark, so another second gap has been closed by Poolshark. Poolshark, now comes the tricky decision. He's just set his fastest lap of the race as well, a 42.2. 42.9 by Bunnies. Bunnies is pushing. He's pushing hard. But so is Poolshark in response. But here we have sort of the difference between maybe a driver winning the race and those further down. It's the consistency. Speckney has got it in abundance. We've seen that. He's had just 2 disconnects that have just robbed him of great opportunities. Gets a disconnect point for those. As Matt Psycho goes into the final lap of the evening. It's a long race this evening, a 1 hour, 14 minutes, 15 minutes for these drivers. It's a long, long race. Just the nature of the circuit. But Matt Psycho really has looked in a class of his own this evening. Back on top form after illness last week. Bunnies looks like he'll hold on to the position from Poolshark. Poolshark really making sure he knows he's there. Got 1 lap to go for those 2 drivers. It's Matt Psycho leading the way for Raven Senna Lamborghini. Victory Reign. His team boss Lark is easy, we'll be saying. It's got 2 drivers on the podium, which will be the first time this season we've seen a team put 2 drivers on the podium. We'll be saying, don't talk about it, Jam. We haven't finished yet. But only a few corners left for Matt Psycho. Poolshark is pushing hard. He's trying to put the pressure on Bunnies. Bunnies is 2 seconds down the road though. And he's running wide. He knows that Poolshark is there, but at the front of the field, he's only got 1 corner left. Matt Psycho is going to win. He's going to win his 2nd race of the season. This one he will feel he deserved more than the first. It's win number 2 for the season for the championship leader, Matt Psycho. Blood Raven crosses the line in 8th. 9th place was going to be Craig O.B. Bunnies is going to finish in 2nd in the Jaguar. That's his best result in GTE. So 2nd place for the Jaguar driver. Poolshark finishes in 3rd place and he celebrates massively. We try not to do that, Poolshark. I know how happy you are, but it sometimes sets off a yellow flag for those behind. Aloe in 4th place. Good result for him in the end. Kaiser Grimm is going to finish in 10th place, with Yorkas in 11th. Slender Fella is in 5th place, so another good result for him. Fifth for him. Ajax is going to finish in 6th place. And 7th place is going to be Rob on drums, the final driver on the lead lap. A lot of comments in the chat as well as we watch Rob come to the end of the race. go through those as we do the final standing. So Rob on drums is in 7th. There's your winner. Championship leader. It's Matt Psycho. Congratulations to him. Pole position and fastest lap as well. The clean sweep in terms of stars. Sick Children's Trust on the back as well. As I always say, if you can, go onto the website, donate what you can in these difficult times. Great Ormond Street as well, and BOSP too. So let's have a look at this result. The winner is Matt Psycho with the fastest lap of 1:41.8. He was followed in second place. 30 seconds the gap though between him and Bunnies. Bunnies second for the Jaguar Racing by Pizza team. In third place, the first American on the podium in GTE, it is Pool Shark, his first ever podium, and he said he can't quite believe it. He is in the Raven Senna Lamborghini, joining his teammate on that podium. In fourth place is Aloe in the orange Aston Martin OC. In fifth place is St. Lender fella in the Jaguar Racing by Pizza. In sixth place is Ajax in the Salt Rock Hyundai. In seventh place was Rob on drums in the Team Shadow Realm Supra. Eighth place was Blood Raven, also in the Jaguar Racing by Pizza. Ninth place was Craig O.B. in the Raven Senna Lamborghini. 10th place was Kaiser Grim in the Salt Rock Hyundai. 11th, also in the Salt Rock Hyundai, was Yokas. Unfortunately, a disconnect for Speckmere and a retirement for Ragimus Prime, but the winner tonight was Matt Psycho. Fantastic result for him. Some chat talk as well. Bailey saying, good game, guys. Well done, Matt. Bunnies and Pool Shark. Matt Psycho saying, great result for Pool Shark. Bailey saying, I want to come back now. Haha, great racing, everyone. And Pool Shark saying, wow, I'm shocked. Matt Psycho saying, good drive, Bunnies, from low qualifying. Victory Rain saying, a double podium for the Raven Senna Lamborghini, baby. And a great ring, Matthew. Well done, guys. Thanks, Jan. Sorry for all the problems, Mama Sykes. And finally, Pool Shark says, I honestly was just hoping for 9 to 10 at every round. So he's aiming for 9th. He's finished 3rd. Rob on drums saying, great racing. Darn disconnect. Well, the winner was Matt Psycho. Can anybody stop him to this championship? I wonder. We've got Road Atlanta next here at SNL. Join us next week, hopefully for no problems. That's all I'm hoping. Let's hope so. Anyway, join us next week for more action here in GTE. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you those that have done so. It really helps us. See you next week. Bye.